Okay, we're back more with Raven, talking about all the wonderful things that she has going on. And we left off with the fact that you wrote the script when you were 15.
Yes.
Fast forward,
yeah.
you are now 31, so that's like 15, 16 years later. And I see that there's a process, obviously. And when you're in this industry, I'm in the industry, but from another aspect, not from film. But I respect the process and respect time of what you have to do. Did things change? Of course, I'm sure you rewrote it. It changed. What has that process been like for you?
Yes, a lot of rewriting because, of course, I'm growing as a person.
Yes.
I'm not the same person I was when I was 15. So just things that I've gone through, just becoming an adult, now becoming a parent, you see things in such a different light, you know, now being married. So it's, the story grew just because I grew. And then you got to think, you're writing something on paper, but then your actors have to bring it to life. Like so many different things come along when you're on set and so many different creative ideas. Yeah. And so the story just changes as time goes on, just innately because of that. And then, you know, you have things that enhance ideas. You have your actors come to you, can I try something this way? And then it ends up making the script and making the story even better. Yeah. You know, I love one of my favorite scenes in the film. You just have to watch it. But we were able to, when you talk about even like the quality of the film, you know, we have Al Green, like one of his songs in the film. So we really have, you know, the production value of like a $20 million project. You know, it didn't cost us anywhere near that. But that was something that was just happened on set organically. We were going to do the scene one way. And my husband just kind of like, you know, touched me like, you know, no, like instead of doing that, you know, Al Green, and we listened to it and changed it.
So which Al Green song?
So you gotta watch. But it's just a testament to how it's a growing, moving thing, you know. And the film that we have now could not have happened without just being collaborative in that manner. Like the script I wrote at 15 and the movie you see, I won't say they're completely different, but it's so much better because of all of the additions.
You've evolved.
So you talked about budget, and you were like, you know, $30 million film, you would think. However, we didn't have that kind of budget. So let's talk about budget. You know, there's a lot of filmmakers out there. There's a lot of artists out there, and they feel like they just can't find their footing or get their start because of budget constraints, financial constraints. So how did you get the money together to put this to life?
Well, for one thing, for those looking for advice in that aspect, I always say to just start. You know, you have to take the first step in faith, and then things will come together. Even if you're creative and you're trying to put something together on YouTube or whatever it is, don't not start because of that. Now, I'm very fortunate enough to have, you know, the best support system in the world. You know, I talk about my husband a lot. He's one of the film's executive producers. So to have a spouse to believe in you enough to say, you know, because some people, they just don't believe in your dreams. But, you know, like my husband's like, if this is what you want to do, I got you. So he's an executive producer. My mom is an executive producer. We were able to pull Anthony Davis to be an executive producer.
And he's a basketball NBA player, right?
Yes. So, you know, to have that support from family and then to, by the grace of God, get the distribution support and, you know, him as an executive producer, everything was able to come together. But I did have to take the first step in faith because we didn't have all the budget there when I started casting and, you know, wanting to have certain people play certain things. So I always say do the most with what you have where you are and you'll end up where you need to be.
Exactly. And just a little education here, executive producer, EP. A lot of people get that, you know, misunderstood. But usually those are the people behind the scenes helping to fund the money and the movie to bring everything together.
Exactly. So your executive producers, you know, sometimes it's just a name, you know, maybe you have someone to give an idea or something, but for independent films, your executive producers are writing the checks.
When
I say, oh, my husband was executive producer, like that, I mean, when I say he believed in me.
He believed in you, baby.
So that's something real. Like my mom, same thing. Like some parents, you know, they'll just, figure it out. And, you know, she came in as well. And like I said, outside of my family, Anthony Davis was another executive producer. So, you know, I thank God that we were able to pull it together. As an
Yeah.
independent film, we had a lot of adversity.
Yeah, I'm
you
sure.
know, we would lose locations on set, and I would have to rewrite things overnight to fit the new location.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was just a lot. But by the grace of God, we were able to finish. Now the film's out. You got to go see it. We've gotten
Yes.
amazing reviews.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's super exciting to see so many people enjoy the film.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
And so what's the next stage for the film? Is it to be in the movie theaters, or are you going to keep it pushing it independently?
Yes, we've done theatrical screenings for the film. We had a big 2-screening night show in Atlanta. We did LA. We've done film festivals. We've won awards on the film festival
Excellent.
circuit. So we've done a lot of theatrical screenings. Right now it's on the website exclusively for about a month or so. And then June 18th, it'll be on Amazon, Apple TV, DirecTV, you know, pretty much everywhere. So
Excellent.
I
This
am
is
so
super
excited for you.
I know.
And so proud of you too, because this is all coming to life at
Yeah,
age 31.
31.
So you're still so young. How long have you been married now?
this is our second year of
Okay,
marriage.
okay.
Yes, and you know, it's exciting to be able
Still
to
in
build.
the newlywed
Yes,
stage.
we are. To be able to build with someone and have fun is my best friend.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
you know, I love it.
Yeah. So let's talk about what led you to your husband. You know, first of all, how long did you guys date? And we want to know how you met. And you know, a lot of times, Yolanda, women that are successful sometimes have a hard time finding a man who can accept their success.
Right. And
you
who
know,
can balance that
and their
and support
confidence.
that.
Yeah.
Play the back.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it.
So I met my husband at church. He
Okay.
came to church with my brother.
Okay.
You know, they're friends, and he came, and it's like, hey. But at the time, it was just strictly friends. You know, over time, we just got really close. Like it went from casual friends to like that's my best friend. And you know, he has success in his own right, and I think that's what kind of like, you know, like he was never looking at me like, oh, you know, she's too busy or whatever. Like he NFL football player, like he has his own thing going.
Yeah.
So it was like I think he thought that was cool. Like I had my own thing
Yeah,
going. Like
right.
I wasn't all after him.
Right,
Like, what
yeah.
are you doing? Where are you at? Like
Right.
I'm working on my boat while you're at practice or whatever it may
Right.
be. So we just became like best friends.
Okay.
So then he asked me to be his girlfriend. Literally it was like months later he proposed. Eiffel Tower in Paris. He did it right.
Wow. Yes. And he did not go to Jerry.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no, he didn't go to Jared's.
Right.
Yeah, no, he didn't go to Jared's, honey.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we were engaged about a year, got married,
Okay.
and like I said, he's my best friend, like
Good.
#1 supporter.
Excellent.
Like so, I couldn't ask for anyone better. And now just to be on the journey and we can build together, and now like he's executive producing films, I'm
Yeah.
able to write, and we can like build. Like that's
Build
the best
your-
feeling
It
in
is.
the world.
It's the best feeling to have that tag team with your partner for
Yeah.
sure. I totally. So, are there other projects that you have that you wrote 10, 15 years ago, maybe that are going to be coming to life after this one?
There's other screenplays that I've written.
Okay.
Right now, we're just kind of really into finding Tony and
Gotcha.
putting
And
that out
pushing
there. A film that I wrote a few years ago, Haunted Trail, that came out on BET. It was directed by Robin Givens. So that
love her.
did
How was
well,
it
yeah.
working with her?
It was fun. It was my first film experience, so I learned a lot just being on set, seeing how she did things, seeing how the other actors did things. That was like my film school, so I was able to take a lot from there into Finding Tony. But even Finding Tony, we were learning. I was learning, so it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're talking about other projects, just
Good.
things, you know, writing, putting ideas down, and so yeah, like this isn't it.
Yeah,
Right.
Well,
yeah.
this
It's
is
just
the
the
beginning.
beginning.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
We have
beginning.
Yeah.
other projects, whether they're feature films, whether they're TV shows, whatever it is, definitely.
You better tell them. They better
Stay on
remember
the
your
lookout,
name.
yeah.
Remember, stay on the lookout. Remember.